Hey YouTube, this is Prep Pro 2717. I thought I'd make a little video and we could all talk about fire a little bit. We all know how important it is if you're in a survival situation. I like to go hiking, I like to go camping. Some of my best memories are around a campfire, whether it was with my kids or when I was a kid with my dad or uncles, family members. So beyond just the enjoying the fire and cooking some marshmallows and stuff like that, it'll be very important if you're stuck in a survival situation and you're dependent on fire to keep you warm, to cook your food or whatever it might be, purify water even. So I'll just talk about a couple of methods that I have used and I do use when I'm out in the woods. Of course, you have your tried and true Bic lighter. You know, you just can't go wrong with a lighter. I mean, they're pretty idiot proof. As long as you bring a full one, you should be in business. Waterproof matches in a waterproof container. These ones are waterproof, but they're not strike anywhere, so I just tore off the little striker and stuffed it in there. So we got some matches going. Always a good option. Of course, all the rage nowadays is your fire steel, your ferro rod, whatever you want to call it. And these work great for starting your fire. Sometimes they come with a little fancy striker. Sometimes you just drag it across the back of your knife. And that's definitely a good option. Magnesium sticks. This one's obviously been used. I like magnesium. I guess my only gripe, if there was one, is that if you've never done it or if you don't know what you're doing, then you can scatter your magnesium and it kind of defeats the purpose after you've shaved it off. But I do recommend whatever method you use to start fire, practice with it. You know, in your garage even. You know, you don't have to get a big bonfire going. Just practice getting it started, and you'll be, you know, save you time and headaches when you're out in the field, and you know, maybe your family's life, maybe your life depends on something like that. For those of you that kind of are getting to know who I am, I love building things, I love making things. I ran across a pretty cool video about fire pistons, and a guy made one out of a mini mag light, so I just couldn't help myself and I had to do it. So here's my fire piston. I modified the cap here to I don't know if you could see in there, but there's a piece of char rope in there, so you can just take this off and it'll hold a little bit of tinder in there for you. I just took a piece of aluminum and put it in there so it has a place to sit. So the fire piston, that was kind of fun to make and to use. This is just some char rope. Another thing that I thought was pretty fun was chemical fires. In this little kit that I made, I put in here is a little bottle of glycerin, which is one part of it just takes two parts. In here I put together some capsules of potassium permanganate, and you just crack one of those open, put a couple of drops of glycerin in there, and stuff that into your tinder, and the chemical reaction that it produces starts a fire. It's pretty fun to watch. In this little kit I also put a little fire steel in there. In this bottle I put some cotton balls with petroleum jelly, just if I'm not finding any dry tinder out in the woods. So I thought that was pretty fun. Speaking of tinder, you know, you can use your phone book. Anybody use these things anymore? I just have them piled up. I just have them sitting around just in case. You know, what happens? You run out of toilet paper. You know, I mean, it obviously isn't going to happen now. You run to the store and you grab a new roll, but if that's no longer a possibility, man, you have A through Z of different ways to wipe. Dryer lint, it's always a possibility. I already went over cotton balls. You know, soak them in a little bit of, massage into them a little bit of petroleum jelly. They start right up. This stuff is pretty cool. Wet fire. That stuff is, I got that off of ultimatesurvival.com. It's kind of fun to mess with. It starts pretty quick, and I mean, you can start this thing on fire while it's in water. So those are a couple of options. I've also used a bow to make fire. I have never used a hand drill. I've always wanted to try it. I just haven't done it. But I like to practice different methods, and maybe this gave you guys some ideas. Maybe you guys know of different ideas. I know there's you can start fire with steel woolen batteries. You can there's all kinds of different methods, but here's just a few of them that I thought I show that I've used myself. So thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe if you'd like, and we'll see you next time. Take care.